If you are looking to get into the entrepreneurial world, then I think that this video is for you. What's up everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am the marketing nomad. My name is Prit. I am the author of 0 to 4 Figures. I'm also a podcaster, YouTuber, Etsy shop owner, Skillshare teacher. I'm also the CEO of the Marketing Nomad LLC. Now on my YouTube channel, I usually have conversations on how to lead your best life. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a few of the things that you need to keep in mind when you are starting your entrepreneurial journey. Now, getting into your entrepreneurial journey can be really scary, but at the same time, it can also be very exciting. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to cover a few things that I wish I knew when I first started out. Now, oftentimes, okay, when we are about to take a big leap, it can often make us feel very scared. And because we are in that phase where we're really scared about what's going to happen, we have no idea, there's just so much of uncertainty down the line, it may cause us to act in certain ways that actually hinder our growth and our progress at all. Oftentimes, we may even find ourselves unable to take the first step. I'll give you an example. So it's actually a little bit of a funny example. So when I first started out, I had decided to become an entrepreneur. I said, okay, you know what? Taking the leap into the entrepreneurial world. And instead of actually Googling how to go about it, what I started doing was I started to Google articles about traits that entrepreneurs should have. And I was even taking quizzes, are you meant to be an entrepreneur, and all of those kind of things. And basically what I was trying to do was I was trying to validate my decision. And I was also wasting my time. I was procrastinating, right? Instead of taking actionable steps to get me to where I wanted to be, I was just taking my own sweet time, doing absolutely useless things. And basically, I was in my own way. And this is something that I talk a lot about in my book, 0 to 4 Figures, but usually when you are in the process of starting something new or you're looking to get into a new venture, it is very easy for your mind to get scared and to form that protective layer around you, which stops you from taking action. But the important thing to understand is that this protection does help you in certain situations and to some certain degree in your entrepreneurial world. But there is a point where this protection actually hinders you from taking the step forward in your entrepreneurial journey. And oftentimes on this entrepreneurial journey, it's going to be unknown stuff, right? I mean, we're definitely doing something that's not been done before, which means with a certain level of uncertainty, that was too much of certain in that sense, but with certain level of uncertainty, naturally our mind feels scared and wants to protect us to the best of its ability. So in those situations, it's important to understand what exactly is stopping you from unlocking the life of your dreams. In those situations, of course, there's an actual framework in my book, 0 to 4 Figures. I'm not going to get into that framework over here, but what I do want to bring to your attention is that there will be a lot of times in your life where you will be stopping yourself from fully utilizing your strengths or even achieving your potential. In those moments, it's very important for you to understand that this is a natural process. It happens to every single person out there, but you have to take steps to make sure that you overcome that mind block. Another way that I look at this is oftentimes we look at other entrepreneurs, we look at everybody else, and we think that they were fearless when they first started out. And I want to tell you that that's actually not the truth. I was very scared when I started this entrepreneurial journey. I was very scared when I started my YouTube channel. Very scared when I started my podcast, my Etsy shop, my Skillshare course. Even when I wrote my book, I was really scared. But I think that part of this journey is moving past that fear. And I actually have another video where I've talked about fear, but I do want to bring it up in this section because a lot of times we look at other entrepreneurs and we feel that they are fearless, but really It's just that they do it scared. That's what it is. And I think the more you get comfortable with being afraid and yet taking action, I think that the more easier you're going to swim through this journey, because a lot of times what you're getting into is new ventures. So it's just as important for you to understand that it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to have that feeling where you think that things could go wrong, but at the same time, you are sure that you want to do it anyway. So that's the second thing that I would like to say. If you are looking to get into the entrepreneurial world, another thing that I do want to say is it's a long journey, okay? A lot of times we can look at other entrepreneurs and feel like they got success like this, but more often than not, there's usually years and years of hard work that goes into that one night of overnight success. And I think it's important to have realistic expectations when you go on this path as well. Understand that things are not going to happen the way that you see it. It's a long process, but you have to be persistent. You have to keep working at it for you to get to that point. Another thing that I would like to tell you if you are looking to get started on this entrepreneurial path is it's easy for you to find excuses. I have people coming up to me and saying, well, Prit, I don't have an MBA degree, and I think that's going to affect me. Trust me, if you want to find excuses, you are going to find plenty, okay? When I first started out, I was insecure about the fact that I didn't have that many years of experience versus other entrepreneurs in my field. And what I realized was, if I want to keep making excuses for not starting, I'm going to have plenty of them. What I have to understand is there are some things that I will have in my life. There are some things that I will not have with regard to my strengths, my weaknesses, my limitations, my resources. As long as I don't make excuses and I just keep using what I do have, it is enough. And I think that's another very important part of this entire journey, is that understanding who you are as a person, understanding what you have, understanding your strengths is very, very important. But it's also important to understand that those are enough to take you to success. A lot of times I see people saying, okay, I don't have an MBA degree, I don't have this so-and-so years of experience, I don't have so-and-so following, and so on and so forth. While yes, I do agree to a certain part, those will act as a limitation for you. I think that part of this journey is understanding how to either overcome them or to work around them, okay? And I believe, and I want to say this again, whatever you do have in this moment, your strengths, your weaknesses, your skills, your knowledge, as much as, yes, there is some space for you to improve on it, okay? I do want to say that it is enough to get you to where you want to be, okay? Don't focus on what you don't have, focus on what you do have, and make sure that you are working continuously to improve what you do have. I am a very, very strong advocate of education, but under education comes self-education as well, okay? Even if I do understand sometimes there are financial restrictions where you can't afford a degree, but there are so many other resources available to you at a price that is comfortable for your pocket, and also which are free as well, okay? So not just that, I do also want to say that getting a degree doesn't magically solve anyone's problems, okay? I really want to put that out there. As much as I know how important a degree is, it isn't the only solution, or it shouldn't be used as a solution to fix one's problems. Learning how to utilize that knowledge into the practical world is a huge part that contributes to success. I have seen people with various degrees unable to find success. I've seen people with various degrees finding success because they know how to use that into the practical business world. I've also seen people without any degrees finding success, okay? So there are different ways that you can go about it. It really depends on the individual person. That's what I personally believe. All right, so you will never hear me say that education is not important, because for me, I believe education is very, very important. But I also do agree and believe that self-education is a huge part of that. Okay, so these are a few things that I have to say to you if you're looking to get into the entrepreneurial world. It's a little bit crazy out there, but you know, it's not I mean, it is crazy out there. I will agree. I will 100% agree. There are going to be more lows than highs. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I think there is a sense of contentment. I think that it begins to make sense, or it begins to feel worth it. So if you are looking into the entrepreneurial world, I hope I've not scared you. But at the same time, I hope I've given you a very realistic view of what you can expect in this journey, and I wish you all the very best. If you are starting out, I highly recommend reading my book, 0 to 4 Figures. It's basically a compilation of 61 stories and lessons that have contributed to my entrepreneurial journey. In this book, I share mistakes that I have made, strategies that have helped me when I started from zero. Okay, and I started as a broke entrepreneur, so plenty of mistakes that I made, plenty of strategies that have led me to my breakthroughs as well. If you're looking for a good place to start, I would highly recommend my book. I really wrote it for you, people who are looking to just get started. And yeah, I wish you all the very best. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, because that tells you every single time I do upload a video. Also, do catch me on my other platforms. I'm there on Instagram, I'm there on podcast, I'm there on YouTube. Well, you're here. I'm also there on Etsy, Skillshare, and LinkedIn as well. All right, I hope to catch you on my other platforms. I hope you are staying safe, staying healthy. I'll catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.